me?
No.
Jeez, I was about to be like, dude.
Am I coming in through okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how close I always forget how to use this mic. I'm used to my mic.
You talking it.
What? I recorded the last episode, the last Merit Badge episode without my pop filter on, and I was like, could I edit those? I'm like, this is like 13 minutes of audio. You cannot edit every P, Brian. Go record it again.
Do it again, you filthy animal.
Oh, it's so mad. Because I did it well, too, but,
Yeah, no, I have been there, done that many times in the world of recording.
People of the future, if you listen to my A Day to Remember review, that was the one I did twice.
There you go.
I slaved for you.
My back is swollen with whip marks.
And pride.
Just
Lots
like
of
that
pride.
albino dude from the Da Vinci Code.
Oh, we were talking about him recently.
I know, I also talked about him on like another podcast I was on, but...
Do you like idolize him? Do you see yourself in him a little bit?
I see his work dedication. He's definitely Employee of the Month as far as the other...
Employee of a secret global, like, he's straight up Illuminati, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is like taking a break from the Polar Express to go hunt down the Illuminati.
That's the story. You got it.
Yep, that's it.
That's the trilogy. Angels and Demons, Polar Express, Da Vinci Code.
Toy Story 5.
Toy Story... Oh, 5?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the next book in the series.
The book?
Yeah.
Who wrote this? Don't tell me it was Sir Arthur Duncan.
Sir Arthur Duncan.
Wow, he followed up Sherlock Holmes with Tom Hanks. That's nuts. And then he was so serious about it, he started a bloodline to eventually birth his character.
What's so weird is he started writing the books before Tom Hanks was born, and then it's like he was the one that was promised.
He made it happen.
Yes, he did. He truly did.
And Pixar was in on it. Pixar's Illuminati.
Yeah, that's campers. If there's anything you have to take away from this, just know that
We'll protect you from the Illuminati.
from the Illuminati.
They can't find us out here. That's why we have no technology.
Exactly. So that's why we also busted up all your cell phones before you came here.
We hire like some local 15-year-old with a hammer. He just put it on a table and he just smashes it.
Borgus does a really good job.
Borgus?
Borgus.
Oh, Borgus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like just a general Eastern European
Yeah, like
thing?
he just wanders around with a hammer.
His country has been like absorbed and reabsorbed and pushed out of Russia and the USSR. And
Yeah, like he doesn't even know where he's from anymore. He actually doesn't know his name is Borgus.
He just came up with that?
Like, he just sits all day in the lake and yells Borgus over and over again.
You know, I think he does know about his family, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, his last name's Smorgasbord, and they invented that. So
Borgus Smorgasbord.
That's him. Borgus Smorgasbord.
Okay, so hold on. Like, spoiler alert, Game of Thrones, but whatever. So
that train took off and crashed off the rails already.
Yeah. So if his name is Borgus, what is the phrase that he keeps saying over and over and over again that gets congealed into Borgus?
My family will have potatoes.
No, that doesn't work, you dummy.
Well, then edit that out. What do you want me to say?
Edit it out.
Insert cool thing that we'll come up with later here.
Cougar roar. So it's Borgus.
Well, you're thinking like winter's coming and
no. So like Hodor. Was
Hodor,
called the door.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like his family saint.
No, Borgus is like something that happened. It's just like Okay, hold on.
Bored. You can do bored.
All right, so bored.
Bored
with the game Among Us.
What?
Bored with the game Among Us. Bored with the game Among Us. Borgus.
You got it. You traveled back in time.
And be like, I don't want to play this game anymore.
That's his entire personality.
Bored with the game Among Us. Borgus.
Hodor gave his life to protect the next king of the realm.
Boo.
Borgus
sits in a lake and
bored of Among Us.
Bored of Among Us. And that's why he's destroying all the phones. Oh my God! Wow,
Illuminati. We gotta get him out of here. He's
Borgus,
Illuminati.
Go for a dip, dude. Go for a swim.
We don't need to kill him. We just need to fire him.
Well, I mean, it's in everyone's contract. No one gets fired at Camp Blackwax. But you do get put in
So when
flames.
you fired my cousin last summer...
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. His head's on the pike behind you. This is getting really dark really quick.
Yeah, real dark.
I kind of didn't mean to do that.
I preferred when we talked about ghost milk.
ghost milk in the milk hut.
Yeah, I got a fun story for you. It's pretty dark. Well, hold up. What are you this week? You're our camp counselor.
Yeah, so I am your camp counselor and also failed exorcist. Jim.
I'm no longer worried about Borgus being Illuminati. In fact, bring all the religious zealots in here. We need as many religious people as we can get.
It's like, wouldn't that be like something? It's like after you do an exorcist, you're like, and then you're like, hey, how are you? And you're like, I don't feel good. And you're like, oh, fuck.
It worked. You're good.
Yeah, I don't know about me. But what about me?
I mean, that's the plot of The Exorcist, right?
Kind of. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, we left that.
No, you left it.
I mean, you were in the car, so we left it.
No, I wanted to stay.
Then why did you say, I'm totally fine if we leave, Brian?
Because you were literally not watching the movie, and I felt bad. I felt like I was making you do something.
Well, that was on you. I was
Didn't
on Twitter,
do
man.
it.
I was just on Twitter.
I know, but like, if we go out to eat, and I'm on my phone the whole time, wouldn't you be kind of like, okay, I guess we can just like not do this?
No, I think that says something more about America's addiction to smartphones and what it's doing to us socially. If anything.
Don't make this about a bigger thing. You were afraid of a movie.
You know what? I'm just gonna go into it. I'm your camp counselor and America's #1 stubbler.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me ask.
Go ahead.
What the fuck's America? No, what is a stubbler?
Well, first up, did I make that up or is it real?
I'm going to say it's real.
You're wrong. The answer is both, because I created it, but it's unrecorded and it's on the internet, so it's real now.
All right, quick, give me a definition of a stubbler.
I was going to put it up to you. I don't know, man.
A stubbler is someone who shaves the calluses off working people's feet and then collects them and sells them for money.
As in the phrase, man, work got me beat this week. I went to the stubbler and he stubbled my stubbles off.
My stubbles, yeah.
I gotta go make those Russian rubles with the stubbles.
Borgus stubbled me good.
Borgus was a stubbler.
Yeah, Borgus is also a stubbler.
Oh, he's jealous. He's America's #2 stubbler.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stubbling competition up in this camp.
That was not a clear censorship at all. I got another fun story for you.
Sure.
This is the fun story I had before, but I forgot to mention it. So I was talking with my friend recently, and it was coming up on his birthday. It was Joey. And I talked about
the ugliest man alive.
Yeah, you know it.
That poor kid with the elephantitis of the face.
Jesus. So we were talking about birthdays and like who was born or who died on our birthdays, and then big events came up, and I was like, yeah, well, Caesar was born on my birthday. That's a lot better than Joey, when Auschwitz opened on your birthday. And
oh my god.
Well, see, I was just making a joke at his expense, right? He looked it up. The first train that went to Auschwitz left on his birthday. I was right.
So you were just were you joking?
I was 100% joking. I had no idea.
Fuck off.
No
Are you
idea.
serious?
No idea.
That's like kind of fucking creepy.
I know.
I kind of don't like that.
You're going to die on your 81st birthday.
I always said I just want to get to 85. You've also done this already.
Oh, God, I have. Yeah, so our friend Glenn went to a fortune teller, and they told him that he was going to die at like 80-something. I forget exactly. I'm not good at math. But he had this famous saying, a joking saying. He would always say, if you always say if you always say no, you'll never say yes. It's like a motivational poster,
That makes no fucking sense.
It makes absolute sense. If you always say no, you'll never say yes. That's a fact. So I went to, I think I did it on PowerPoint. I got some dolphins jumping out of the water with a sunset, looking real nice. I put the text up there. If you always say no, you'll never say yes. And then I put Glenn at the bottom, like a famous quote, and put his birth date, 1993, and his death date, 1976 or 2076 or 81 or something like that.
Okay.
And we went to the party. Everybody loved the poster. It was the exact same year that the fortune teller told him he would die.
So you're also just kind of being the camp fortune teller at this point, right?
Well, that's part of the Stubbler's job. That's why I'm number one.
I guess.
You cut their calluses off. You sell them to Lay's Frito.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up.
And then you tell them that they're fortune. And they're like, congratulations, your feet are nice and new. You're going to die in 24 years. And then they go off.
Oh my God, Brian. I don't like this.
That's why you don't have what it takes to be a Stubbler.
Yeah. Your mother was a Stubbler. Your father was a Stubbler. Your great-great-grandfather was a Stubbler. And God damn it, you'll be a Stubbler too.
You sound just like my father.
Yeah. Papa Stubbs.
Papa Stubbs. That's our business.
Papa Stubbs. Stubbs and Sons.
Stubbs and Sons. the infamous Mumford & Sons cover band.
Stubbs and Sons.
Yes. But we're not here to talk about Mumford & Sons.
No, eventually maybe.
Oh, yeah, eventually. There's no way maybe.
Yeah.
I own Say No More. It's going to happen.
We're also another British musician.
No, even a better little segue there.
Yeah. I was kind of like hoping I was wrong. Like another French musician.
No, we're talking about Elton John.
The Sir Elton John.
Sir Elton John, my apologies.
He's knighted.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Do you know his real name?
I was like, he's knighted and incredibly gay.
He is.
He is incredibly gay because it's just true.
It is. It's not an insult. It's an awesome thing. Good for him. He owned that shit, you know?
He honestly did. Like, and it's part of the respect I have for him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, not an okay time. I think he came out, he technically said bye in a 1978, I think, Rolling Stone interview. Which it was not okay at the time. Like, that was not something. And he's owned it ever since. He's got that AIDS foundation he's running. God bless that man. He's awesome.
Dude. Yeah, he's doing a lot for the community. Now, do I like his music?
Another story.
And
but do you appreciate his talent?
Yeah, I guess.
There's a video. I'm going to put the link in the description where he's just on some talk show and they're taking audience questions. And this guy's like, you're known for writing really good songs and sometimes pretty quick. I brought something and I thought you could maybe like make a song of it. He's like, what is it? He's like, it's the manual for my oven. So he gives him an oven manual and he plays a catchy song. It's a good song as he's singing it. And like, it's not like simple. Like he slows down at times and speeds up at the end. And like the melody is memorable.
Yeah. It's like, I can't sit here and be like, he's not like a master of his craft.
I know.
Of course he is.
It's disgusting how good he is. Like, I think that's easy to forget with like how, you just hear Rocket Man and Tiny Danza and you're like, okay, whatever. But like,
Tony
he is
Danza.
amazing. He's an amazing artist.
Yeah.
Really respect him.
For sure.
Talk to me about how you don't respect him.
Okay. His shoe choice is terrible. Like, honey, those heels, what are you doing?
He has phenomenal fashion sense.
Honestly,
This was known for it.
No, hold on. Phenomenal fashion sense?
Yeah.
First of all, that is completely opinionated. Like, someone can look at me and be like, he has terrible fashion sense, but I wouldn't personally not be caught dead in anything that man has worn like publicly.
Oh, come on. Like what's the name of it? Like
the peacock outfit kind of.
Peacock outfit, there's the devil one, there's the famous one he wore in LA, the Dodgers outfit that's sequined.
Yeah, no.
It's a hell of a
Trust me, I
costume,
respect the dude, but like the outfits are honestly like I kind of want to talk about that. It's like is it him or is he just trying to like amplify his own image?
Well,
or is it actually him?
Did you see Rocket Man?
I did not.
Okay.
Because I'm not a big Elton John fan.
Did you know it's not his name?
No.
Okay. Do you want to hear his name? It's the most British thing possible.
Sir Bradley Uppercross the Third.
Basically, because he is Sir Reginald Dwight.
And I imagine it's like 1775. We lost the hill to General Reginald Dwight of Britain.
It sounds like he's fighting in the War of 1812. And then, I don't know if it was dramatized in the movie, but like he's in a band with someone named Elton. And he's like, I think I'm going to go by Elton John. It's like, that's my name. He's like, I know. Like, it's just mine now.
See, sometimes I don't like that shit.
See, but for him, the whole act, the like over the top, it was all just an insecurity thing. He was terribly unhappy with himself. I mean, he had a huge cocaine addiction.
Fun.
Really struggled through the 80s there.
Same. Same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you imagine me in the 80s?
Like
what stereotype would I fit into?
none of that music's for you.
No, it's not.
You're not going to be like a Metallica Slayer guy, but like, there was punk. There was punk going on.
Yeah.
You'd be a Dead Kennedys guy.
Yeah, I think so. I'd basically be wearing the exact same clothes I'm wearing today.
Jeans, flannel, punk rock t-shirt. Not the bluegrass t-shirt. I don't think
this is bluegrass as fuck. It's like one of my favorite shirts.
It's a good shirt.
You would definitely be a nerd.
Wow. I guess we're saying things that didn't need to be said. All right.
You like turn around, it's like, yeah, Jim, and you're fat. So anyway, this like turns into like the last episode of the podcast.
I mean, did I play clarinet in high school or grade school when I had braces and glasses? I did. Dude,
it's like, and you also play tuba. And
tuba's not nerdy. Tuba, it's a stereotypical tuba player is a fat drunk guy.
Your stereotypical tuba player. Your stereotypical tuba player is just drowning with women.
Well, you don't have to be getting laid to not be a nerd.
I know, I'm joking. Goodness.
We're getting off topic.
We are. Talking about tuba players that get laid. This week's episode of Tuba Players That Got Laid.
That's what this podcast is all about.
John Stevenson from Wyoming.
We interview tuba players who got laid.
And then they took my reed, and then
no, tubas don't have reeds. We're moving on. So
and shoved it.
This is the 4th album of Elton John. His 4th album. And it was recorded in 4 days.
Are you serious?
4 days. The guy who wrote the score, Paul Buckmaster, wrote the score.
Buckmaster?
That's his name, Buckmaster.
Is he like good with money, or is he like a really good like horseman?
I don't know. He sounds clumsy. He spilled ink all over the score and then rewrote it in one night. Like all the strings you hear on the album, he rewrote that all in one night.
Could you imagine what would go through your head if you did that? That sounds like something I would do too, because trust me, the amount of times I've like, this is super important, and it's like I look and I turn around, it's on fire. I'm like, oh no.
I don't know. What was the nearest train station? Like Elton John is famous for having a very bad temper, and I would not want to fight him.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, huge temper.
No way.
He walks out on stuff. He's not full. Axl Rose. He's not Axl Rose, but like more of just like you can piss him off easily.
Really?
Yeah. He says he's got it from his mother. I read his autobiography, so I have a lot of info that'll just kind of come out like that.
That's fine. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know anything about him besides me listening to this album.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we got some good stuff here. Like for instance, you know that big book, 1001 albums to listen to or hear before you die.
Yeah.
You know, I see it at the Barnes and Noble. You scroll through a couple times and you put it back on the shelf.
Yeah.
This is the only Elton John album on there.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Not even down that Yellow Brick Road.
Goodbye,
album?
Yellow Brick Road.
Whatever. It has the word yellow in it.
Yeah, no, you got it. Yeah, no, not that one. Not the one with Rocket Man on it.
I thought that was the one with Rocket Man on it.
No, Rocket Man was on, what's the name of that album?
S'moresy Joe Greatest Hits.
We'll bring up S'moresy Joe every week, because I'm down.
We just make one S'moresy Joe.
This has been S'moresy Joe Talk. Honky Chateau, that's it. Honky Chateau.
That was my nickname in high school.
I don't know about you. Honky Chateau? What does it mean?
That would actually be like a fun name. Like, and over there, like, that's Steve Riley.
No, do you know what they would just call you Honky? Which you want?
Which I am.
I don't know. Every time I look at the album cover, I see my brother. Don't I look like my brother?
Yeah.
That's
I agree. Oh my god! I imagine like a bank heist and be like, driving the van is gonna be Seymour Pedelstein, and then like with the torch to crack open the vault, that's gonna be Flame Geezer, and then
okay, you got it.
Yeah, and then like handling all the money and getting our getaway is gonna be Fast Larry. And then to provide a distraction is Honky Chateau.
Okay, you're getting me.
Whoa! Whoa!
It's not in a picture I posted, but we don't record at a table, or
No.
we're too good for that. This is a
Yeah.
music podcast, so we record with our microphones set up on music stands, laid
Yep.
flat.
Yep. And we're also constantly pressing guitar strings. Anyway, enough about Honky Chateau.
So to give you like a perspective, this album was written around the time he started doing headlining tours. He had come to America and, kind of started to boost up a little bit. And speaking of America, the Madman Across the Water is not Richard Nixon. A lot of people think it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of Watergate?
Well, I think this might have been around the time. I forget. No, Watergate was 72, right?
Yeah. By the way, turn your mic towards you a little bit.
Okay. No, this album came out in 71. So it was just because they were in, England, so across the water,
Okay. That's like really on the nose.
Well, yeah, that's why that's not what it is. Bernie Taupin's better than that. Do you know of him or no?
No.
Okay, he's the guy who writes all the lyrics. They're like a famous
Wait, what?
Okay, so Elton John
John
writes the
does
music.
not- wait.
Bernie Taupin, for most of his albums, all the good ones, Bernie Taupin wrote all the lyrics.
Really?
He just writes the lyrics, gives them to Elton, and then Elton just turns it into gold.
Okay, so I have a bone to pick with that guy then.
Why? That guy's amazing.
No, but some of these songs, I'm kind of like, what is going on?
Oh, okay. So let's get into that.
You want to talk about what I don't like?
Yeah, we fuck it. Let's hop around a little bit. Let's get into stuff you just did not enjoy.
Okay, crack knuckle noise.
Can I start? Because you're gonna have a lot more than me.
Fine.
What did you think of Indian Sunset?
Okay, that is what I have a big fucking what the fuck. Okay. This song is the embodiment of when Johnny Depp was casted as Tonto for the Lone Ranger for Disney. It is the embodiment of this, because I imagine like this terrible battle going on in like the Wild West, and Native Americans and like and cowboys are killing each other, and I just imagined Elton John with his big glasses riding in on a pony, and he's just like singing about what's happening. It is as if someone went on like a drunken tirade for a history project, and then the teacher was like, should I stop him? And it's like, honestly, no, because I kind of want to see where this is going.
Okay. The problem is, yes, this song was written by two white guys from England.
Yes.
So there is the element, like Frank Turner's album, No Man's Land.
Yeah.
He got a lot of crap because he was a guy writing a bunch of songs about women, and they're like, why don't you just let women do the song? And he's like, I'm doing what I can with the position I have to call attention to like famous people that history forgot of like famous women. So they were using the power they had at the time, like they're headlining, going around the world and everything. There is that nice aspect to it. The downside is they didn't know everything, and they got stuff wrong.
Yes.
Like Geronimo, they're like, he died in a charge. He died of pneumonia.
Yeah.
That did not happen. It gets a little. I was surprised with them killing himself at the end. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, so I saw him do this. He likes the song. Elton John likes the song so much. It's in his farewell tour set list.
Really?
Yeah, all 6 minutes. I was like, really?
Yeah,
like,
this song kind of sucks.
well, it doesn't. It was enjoyable when I saw it live. A lot more enjoyable than on the record. Like when I was listening on vinyl, I was like, I wish I could kind of skip this one. It's a little long. It's not easy. It's obviously dark. It's more story than anything. Elton John called it like a movie and like a 6-minute song. I think a 6-minute movie and a song. Yeah, and like he's right, but I didn't ask for that movie from Elton John.
No. It reminds me of like when Tom Cruise was in The Last Samurai.
They did do that,
And it's like,
if we can keep bringing up whitewash trolls.
I'm
all we
just
want.
saying, dude, the whole thing was weird, and it was seriously like to me, it was like a drawn out dude who made a project about this, and he made it into a musical, and someone should have stopped him halfway and be like, I think you're done. But
Drawn
like,
out
no,
for sure.
Way too long.
I'm gonna play a little segment for you here. It's 3 minutes and 18 seconds in. I want to see if you can tell me what this sounds like, what the melody sounds like. Okay? What does that sound like?
I don't know.
It sounds familiar, doesn't
It
it?
does sound familiar.
what else did Elton John do in the 90s?
I know, in The Lion King.
The Lion King.
Which I will give respect. That shit fucking rocks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, the phenomenal score. Amazing work from him. He just reused that melody.
He really did.
I caught that right away. I was like, what was that?
I think he reuses a lot of stuff.
What would be a good song for two lions falling in love? How about the melody from the, really negative, the death of Native American songs I wrote 20 years ago?
Yeah. And by the way, I can't be all grumble over here because that's my father's name. But like, I'm fully aware that he's bringing attention to something that is like not cool, and it's like. But at the same time, so there's this other podcast, which I highly recommend. It's called How Did This Get Played? And
okay.
It's a comedy podcast by Earwolf, and they go over terrible games, and they talk about like the history behind it, the playability, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And for a Thanksgiving episode, they had someone of Native American descent come on, and they talked about Sir Custer's Revenge or something. The horrendous, terrible, should be burned game for like an early console. I don't even know.
Atari or
back
when racism was like totally fine and people were like, it's whatever.
I don't even want to like, get into it. It's terrible. Just take my word for it. It's terrible. This is not a video game podcast yet. And but like the big thing that actually, so the whole podcast actually did not even talk about the game, because this guy, he waited until he was on the podcast to talk to the two hosts who were both white, and he was like, I was kind of hoping that you bring me on your podcast to like talk about like my writing or something, but instead you just want my outlook just because I'm purely Native American.
Wow, good for him.
And like he kind of called him out, and
he should, yeah.
And like so it was just like a big thing where it's like, I know you're bringing attention to something, but dude, it's like I think I'm all for women's rights. I'm all for gay rights. I'm all for that stuff. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know what it's like to like go through that, because I don't.
And what you do with it. Like if you wrote that song, put it out. I mean, like singles were different that day, but if you like, put it out and a portion went to, like the Cherokee Nation or something, like if he did something with it as opposed to just writing a song. And then, I mean, if you think about it, he just kind of took their pain and made money off of it.
Yep.
Like, attention's good, but you got to do more than that.
Yeah, but it's not everything. That song sucks. I'm not a fan.
The more we talk, the more I'm like, you know what? It's definitely...
One song down.
Oh, okay. Well, talk to me about Madman Across the Water, then.
Madman Across the Water is boring.
It's too long.
It's too long.
I feel like the fade out is like 2 minutes.
Oh my god, it's like an uninspiring end of Lord of the Rings.
It's good groove, and then he just doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it's like that initial beat's kind of cool, and then he's like, this is it, and it's like, what do you mean this is it? No, there needs to be more. It's very boring. The fact that he's like, this is the song I want to be named for the album. I was shocked.
Well, the title's great. It's a cool title.
It's okay.
But so two other things. I'm very picky about fade outs. I really don't like fade outs unless they're like absolutely necessary to the song. Levon should not have a fade out. That annoyed me.
Levon
that needed a solid ending, and when you get lazy and you just loop the ending and just keep it going and fade out, it's like, 200 years ago, you couldn't pull this crap, all right? Because of recording technology, you can do that now. Back in the day, any symphony had to end a certain way. You had to end it. And, like, people like Beethoven struggled, and they, like, worked their way around over and over and over, but eventually you got to find that ending.
Yeah.
And granted, sometimes it works. I'm going to get into that later. But that song and Holiday Inn, which I'm sure you have some suggestions about, also has a weird fade out, but go on.
Why the fuck?
This was not paid. It was not a promotion. It was not for a commercial.
Why the fuck, of all the things to sing about, you choose... That is the equivalent of me choosing, be like, hey, I got this really awesome song. You ready? It's called Applebee's. You're kind of like, why?
So I looked that up. I had to know. It's about how when they first toured the U.S. and they would go from Holiday Inn to Holiday Inn, they always looked the same on the inside. And it was that consistency. They're going to a whole country, that they've heard about their whole lives, and like every state is different and the people are different and the venues are different, but every time you go back to your room, it feels like you're in the same place, which is a cool thing to write a song about.
But don't call it Holiday Inn. Call it the motel.
The brand name is a little odd. Things were different back then, but I like that song, but I don't love that song for sure.
Okay, so here's the only thing about Holiday Inn. The actual music of it, like the sound of the music,
great.
It's pretty good.
Right?
I'm like, this isn't bad. I can get behind this. But then he starts singing about Holiday Inn. And I'm like, I seriously feel like I'm in a musical about Holiday Inn.
Well, he has that touch, that musical touch.
I know he does. It's like you can't escape it. It's like, and so this is what I'm realizing. It's like and I don't mind musicals.
Oh yeah, you love them. But like on my last podcast, you did a musical about Santa. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What did I say? The one where it's like, he's coming behind me, coming behind me.
Santa was getting attacked by mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
go listen to my shout out to the Pause Button podcast. R.I.P. Live
Rest
forever.
in power. No, but like, yeah, I don't know. The Holiday Inn song was so fucking weird.
I do like the line in there. Slow down, Joe. I'm a rock and roll man. I twiddled my thumb in a dozen odd bands. It's a good line.
It's all right.
It's very Elton John, early 70s.
No, it's just what the problem is like it's almost like Jim, do you like vanilla ice cream? And I'm like, no, I don't like vanilla ice cream. It's like, ooh, well, okay, well, all this shit has vanilla ice cream in it, and I'm just kind of like I guess I'll fucking try it. I'll keep an open mind, but like at the end of the day, it's like I'm still tasting it. I'm still getting like a little. Nah.
So we'll talk about the nahs in a second. Lyrical wise, other than Holiday Inn, did you find anything you liked?
Yeah. Hold on. Actually, Madman by the Water. It was just like the one cool line is just like, I'm getting my raincoat because it's starting to rain or something like that. Like it was like that. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
Whatever. I also don't mind the lyrics and what is it? Rotten Peaches.
Dude,
Rotten Peaches is actually lyrically pretty cool.
I call that song the dressed up Englishman's Folsom Prison.
I also can see that.
You're stuck in prison, like middle of America, working the fields, but it's Elton John's show touch, you know?
Yeah.
I love it. Speaking of fade outs, that song, that's a good fade out. That's like a Hey Jude, you need that fade out. It works with the song. It makes sense. I love that song. Definitely one of my favorites on the album.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how important are fade outs to you?
Now, important's the wrong word. It's just I'm very judgmental. I'm very picky. It's either trash or really good, but there's nothing in between.
Gotcha.
It's like a lot of 80s songs pulled that crap, and that's just because they were lazy. They wrote their hook, they fuddled around for some verses, threw in a guitar solo, and how do you want to end it? Just loop it. Just loop it.
I think one of my favorite fade outs actually was last summer. When it was a really foggy night and like a bunch of campers.
You drank a bunch and smoked a bunch and you faded out.
No, that's not. And yes,
is that
but
the term? Okay, I want to make sure
you're thinking of crossfaded. You narc.
I'm cool.
And no, I mean one of the cooler fade outs I've seen was like last year in the summer. Like it was like a really foggy night, and I remember so the camp counselor before you was like, hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the camp across to get strawberries.
Yeah.
And then he went and he faded out into the fog and we never saw him again.
He became
the
Madman Across the Water.
The Madman Across the Water. But now you run the camp and now it's great.
Someone's got to go get what did you say he went to go get?
Strawberries.
Somebody's got to get the strawberries.
No, not strawberries, strawberries.
Strawberries. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Strawberries. That's my next favorite
incredibly
song.
Different.
Rotten Strawberries was the next song.
They have eyes. That's what makes them good.
There's one more lyric I want to talk about. Jesus freaks out in the street.
Yes. What was that from again? Is that from
Tiny Dancer?
Tiny Dancer.
Obviously it's about like these like religious crazy people out in the street.
The Westboro Baptist Church people.
Yeah. I saw that as Jesus freaking out in the middle of the street.
When I can't feel my teeth! And then, like, punching an old lady.
Like, that's what my mind told me as a kid. Of, like, Jesus, verb, freaks out in the street. He's just going nuts.
I always imagine him dancing, like break dancing. It's like, wow, he's freaking out in a good way. And then he's like, stay in school. And then he just, like, Power Rangers up. And then, like...
As Jesus was wont to do.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Want to hear a really good insult I heard today?
What's that?
I was I saw this in a comment section. Two people were arguing, and one's just being like nasty, like F you, then the other one's like, nah, like F you. And like I love me a good swear fest, but at the same time, when someone rolls up with something like this, like it has no swearing in it, but it packs a punch. This guy just rolls in, gets out of his car basically in the comment section, puts on sunglasses, cracks his knuckles, fixes his suit, and says, "You're the reason why the Power Rangers had to say their colors in every episode," and just like turns around and walks away. And I was like, dude,
You woke up and thought of that?
Dude, I love that. Like, you know what, dude? You're the reason why the Power Rangers have to say their colors. It's kids like you. Like, I love that.
I also love specific insults. Like, if someone's like, giving you a hard time while you're waiting in line, just like, listen, sweatpants, all right? Like,
listen, five head.
like, you're some stupid, just like, they'll go home that night. What's wrong with my sweatpants?
Dude, or like,
why did he say that?
Or the worst is like, it's like someone just, it's just like, hey, listen up, nose hairs, okay?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Something like that. It's like vanity, kind of, like.
That's good.
Because it's like, it's so easy to be like, oh, hey, fat ass, why don't you get the fuck? I'm like, but if someone came up to me and they're like, hey, hey, curly haired turd licker. I don't think that's any better.
You got it.
But I'm like, what? Just because I choose to have curly hair does not mean
it's a choice. Jim curls his hair every night.
It's a perm.
It's a perm. I've
As
seen him do it.
It's permanently trending.
So Tony Danza.
Tony Danza.
It's a Tony Danza. Hold me close to Tony Danza. Is about that Bernie Taupin guy's wife. He wrote it for his wife.
But Elton sang it.
Elton sang it, yeah.
So
he can't sing it. I don't think he can sing.
So,
it's really cool how he acts about it. Like, he'll go to concerts and like very rarely will he come out on the stage if Elton calls him, and he'll just do like a little nod, a little wave, and just go back to his corner. He doesn't like the attention. He just wants to write, lyrics for songs.
I wonder how much money this guy has.
I mean, he's set for life for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he did every Elton John song he did. When Elton got real bad with cocaine, they kind of split up. So
really?
That's when, he started to do real There's a terrible album, Victim of Love. I think it came out in 79 or 80. It's a disco album from Elton John.
Why didn't we do that one?
Because I'm not buying it on vinyl. Well, I own Madman. I'm not going to buy that.
Come on.
Speaking of terrible things, Tiny Dancer didn't do well when it came out.
Really?
Yes. The British label refused to release it as a single. They're like, this is not a single song.
Why?
Because it was too long. The times were different back then, Do you know why it's big now?
Why?
Partially due to Almost Famous.
The movie?
The movie.
From the 90s?
Yeah, when they use it, when they're all in like the tour bus and they're singing it together. That popularized the song and brought it to new heights.
That is a great movie.
Amazing movie. It perfectly sums up like that late 60s, early 70s classic rock scene, And
yeah.
It was so convincing. I thought it was real when I first watched it. I was like, I gotta look up Stillwater. They don't exist. They're not real.
Yeah.
But, yeah. No, it even changed like how it got so big that like he changed how he recorded his albums to be more like back then. And like then he'd put out like a slightly better album in like 2000 and everything. Changed everything.
Almost Famous.
I got one more song I really enjoyed.
Sure, go for it.
All the Nasties.
That was the one
we listened to right before this.
Yeah, so why do you like that song so much?
Did you catch what it's about?
No.
Okay. Neither did everybody when he sang it, because it's about him being gay. But he just sang it. The entire world heard it, and then nobody could catch on.
Could you imagine being like, I'm going to put myself out there in my own expression?
Well, no, he was still hiding it. It wasn't him saying like, hey, I'm gay. It was him expressing his pain at having to hide it.
Okay.
Like, let's see some of the different lines they could bring up. The first one, like, if it came to pass that they should ask, what could I tell them? Would they criticize behind my back? Maybe I should tell them. If they could face it, I could take it in their eyes. Oh, I know I'd make it. Their tiny minds and sacred cows, just fake it.
When you read it like that, how do people not know?
Well, they didn't. They had no idea.
I wonder if it was a matter of they didn't know or they didn't want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I imagine his outfit started to get more outlandish, and like there was rumors and stuff. And he had a relationship with his manager, so like it had to be well enough known.
Wait, he had a relationship with his manager?
Yeah, his manager John, which the movie portrayed to be the straight up bad guy, but like they were both kind of problematic. I mean, they were both like doing drugs and shit, but yeah. No, I really like that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
It's a good expression of that.
Can we talk about a song I hate?
We already what else do you hate?
Razorface.
Oh, good old Razorface.
Dude, Razorface, I kept thinking of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Taserface,
but like Elton John's like, and I'm Razorface.
No one asked Elton.
Is Razorface about him? Like, I'm imagining. What is it about?
You know what I think?
I thought it was stubble. Like,
I think it's just a character song. So many of these are just stories. It reminds me of like Bob Dylan songs. You know, like Desolation Row or something, or like The Weight by the band, where it's just like random characters with nicknames just existing in the 60s, being people doing stuff.
But what does it mean? I don't understand.
I mean, it's probably about somebody that they knew who left town and then came back, who's old because he needs a young man to walk him around.
I feel like we're playing Guess Who. It's like, is he old?
Does he have glasses?
Does he have glasses? Is he wearing a giant peacock outfit? Like one of the back tokens is like way bigger than the other ones.
I really don't know. I really don't. I don't know what that one's about. I almost prefer when I didn't know what Levon was about. It's like I don't understand the lyrics that much, but what I can gather from it, I'm just like, I kind of like this song better when I didn't know what it was about. It was just confusing words all jumbled together.
Yeah, Levon was okay.
I'm musically, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
the strings on there might be my favorite part of the album.
I agree. It's like confusing. Like, what are you singing about, dude? That's ultimately the thing. It's like I like something that I don't have to grasp it all in one go, but like there's a ton of songs where I'm like, all right, I had no idea what that was about, so I'm just gonna keep going.
I mean, it was a different time. Songs were different. What did you think of the instrumentation? The like choir and the strings and the accordion, mandolin.
Nah.
None of it?
Not none of it. Just dude, it's not my style.
Okay,
it's just
that's fair.
It's like so once again, it's like I love musicals. I got to be in the mood for a musical though. I'm not just going to casually just like listen to Hamilton, even though I know it's amazing, but I have to be in the mood for it,
That's
you
fair.
know?
That's fair.
And honestly, it comes once in a while. It's not always there. And like, I was just kind of like consistently not in the mood. Hear strings and choruses, and it's not a shocker. It's not my kind of music.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Because it comes off as preachy.
Well, I don't think it's preachy so much as he was really influenced by artists who were influenced by church hymns.
Yeah.
So that shows up in his sound.
It's a very gospel-y.
Yes. He's got the choir behind him.
It's a very which I'm very like I don't know what it is because like I like some old gospel. I like Americana. Americana is gospel music,
and it's combined here with rock and roll, a different form of rock and roll, but rock and roll still. Yeah,
it's just like I don't know, man. It's just like it's one of those things where
you like pizza, you like ice cream. You don't like pizza ice cream.
So I don't want any pizza cream. Oh, well.
Good to know.
Yikes! I did not mean to say that.
That's fine. It's all good.
Pizza cream.
We'll call it ice pizza.
Ice pizza.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
No, that was funny. That was funny. What? So, do you listen to Rod Stewart at all?
Would you call me?
Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay. Rod Stewart has some mandolin, and they're good friends. And when they put what song had the mandolin in? Holiday Inn had the mandolin. That reminded me very much of his sound, like Maggie May, and Every Picture Tells a Story, don't it?
I actually have a really funny story about Rod Stewart.
Go ahead.
So, and I could still be wrong. Oh wait, no. So I got it wrong. I got like 2 strikes in 1, and I was at a baseball game. So the pitcher's last name was Santana for the opposite team, and normally when I'm at a Sox game, I like to figure out either A, where their hometown is and yell that their hometown sucks.
That's good.
While they're pitching, and I'm very loud.
Jim his voice carries.
Yes, it does.
You could be a football coach if you want.
I could. I'd be like, "You're doing great." So anyway, it was like his last name was Santana, and I just yelled, "Hey man, where's Rob Stewart?" And And my dad looked at me so confused, and I'm laughing, and like I yelled this very loudly in front of a lot of people, and I yelled, "Hey Santana, where's Rob Stewart?"
Wait, did you say Rob or Rod?
Rob. And my dad's like perplexed. He's like really thinking about it. My dad stopped watching the game because he's like, what is he trying to say? Because I'm also drunk. And he turns to me, he's like, did you mean Rob Thomas? And are you trying to say Rod Stewart? And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah. Oh my God. Look who's calling me. Nick Lyons.
We can call Nick out.
Yeah.
You want to have him on the podcast?
Yeah.
Dude, put him on speaker.
You know what,
we can just edit this out if it's not good.
Hello?
What's up, bitch?
Can I say something?
Sure.
I've always wanted to do this. Hey Nick, you are on the Camp Black Wax podcast.
You're on the podcast, buddy.
Oh, wasn't that nice?
Yeah, it's nice.
What do you want to say to the people?
I want to say I loved the album.
Nailed it.
I thought I liked John Williams. He's funny.
I can't do this. Oh my God. Okay, here, Nick, I just want to call you early, say I'm vaccinated. I want to hang out soon.
Did you get both doses?
I got the J&J.
One and done.
Oh, one and done.
Yeah, dude, it's kicking my ass.
Get your bitch ass back home.
All right, dude, I'll give you a call after the podcast is over.
All right, yeah.
All right, bye. That is so funny. I really like the album.
Did he say John Williams?
I think he did.
I couldn't tell if he said that or Robin Williams.
Why are you so sweaty?
I don't. Edit that out. I feel embarrassed about this. I don't know why.
Why?
I'm so sweaty.
Dude, one pit's way sweatier than the other one. That one's normal sweaty. That one is sweaty. Jesus Christ.
I don't like it.
Yeah, welcome to camp where you sweat.
My heat's off, too.
Yeah.
All right. We need to talk about two things.
Okay.
Album cover, or we can talk about the influences behind the album.
I want to hear your influences.
Okay. So I mentioned like Bob Dylan, like the story lyrics, with characters and everything. The Beatles, like later Beatles, they got the strings in there.
Yeah.
You know, I compared Rotten Peaches to, Hey Jude, the na-na-nas at the end. And then like all like actually, you know what? I might have mentioned almost all of this. Yeah, like the old school like R&B, like Ray Charles and stuff.
I was going to say I was also going to say like gospel music.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely grew up listening to, like, picking up records from the record store in the 50s of just like, this is the newest shit from America and all that. And
Yeah.
I feel like you can't pick up an autobiography by a classic rock artist that doesn't have the Elvis moment followed by the Beatles moment.
Yeah.
Every single one of them has a chapter of just like,
Except
and then
for
I saw Elvis.
Except for Elvis and the Beatles.
Well, the Beatles had their Elvis moment.
but they didn't have their Beatles moment. And Elvis, I don't even think had either.
He just had the moment where he saw a bunch of black artists and stole all their music.
Yeah, and he's like, and I love peanut butter and bananas.
Ugh, God.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Peanut butter banana sandwiches?
I don't like either of those things
Dude,
on their own.
that's delicious.
It's disgusting.
Campers,
I thought you would...
lunch for the next week is peanut butter banana sandwiches, and in any other fashion we can make those ingredients.
I thought you were questioning like Elvis stealing black artist music. I was like, do you not know that? Like,
No, he was original. What do you mean?
He did
He
all
definitely
of
wasn't a racist piece of shit.
wait, I didn't know he was racist too.
Well, if you're stealing, and I'm going to say that's an act of racism that you
Okay, you know what,
literally
that's
did not
fair,
give
that's fair.
credit.
That's fair.
And you're just being like, yep, this is mine. Mine.
Completely unrelated to Elvis and racists. The song Goodbye. Coincidentally, the first album we did, Billie Eilish had a song called Goodbye at the end. This
Yeah.
one, very different Goodbye. You know what vibe I got from it? Jesus Christ Superstar.
I could see that.
It was very show Broadway,
like the
early
end,
70s.
The end of a musical, kind of.
And also like the theme of like, I am your entertainer that will die at your expense, like BoJack Horseman level of just like...
Does BoJack die?
No, I'm just saying like he worked himself to death for showbiz,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is his life.
Yeah, and that's definitely... I mean, it's funny that he had that song in, 71? And
Yeah.
like he would spend the next like 10, 20 years like slowly going nuts. And
I would
getting
like the
addicted to
Chicago
drugs.
Tribune to know that Brian Maloney has officially compared Elton John to Jesus Christ.
You know what? No.
I'm gonna say it. No.
I'm an expert. I went to Catholic school. It's fine.
Yeah. I pretend to read the Bible for a couple years.
No, you know it.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about that album cover.
Okay. As far as
No,
album
don't
cover,
give me that. Oh, what?
no. Hold on. So okay, parts I like. I like the colors.
Colors are awesome.
Colors are awesome. It's straight to the point. I dig it. It's cool. I give it like a B.
Okay.
I give it like a B.
Sure.
It's all right. It's not standing out to me. I will say this, like, perfect example, it did the job because I remember you telling me like what album it was. I remember you showed me a picture of the album for like a split second.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, wait, what album is it? And then I'm literally scrolling through. I'm like, oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
Like, you know what it is when you see it.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna show you all of his album covers here. Take a look. Those are his album covers.
Okay, the only album cover I can think that can really outdo this is that Yellow Brick Road one.
I was gonna say
That's the best one.
that is a great album cover. I don't know if I might like this album cover. This might be my favorite Elton John album cover.
That's fair to say. I'm not going to argue
I mean,
about
like,
that.
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road is certainly more iconic, but I don't know. I just really like the colors, the font. It's so 70s.
I feel that.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's okay. I mean, my biggest complaint is there's nothing to brag home about. I'm like, it's there.
Yeah,
And it's okay.
Gets the job done.
Yeah, it's the normal, no nonsense, no frills or trips or whatever, like recliner of a album cover.
I was just glad that it wasn't black because the past two albums we did were just like jet black, and I was like, our thumbnails need to change somewhat.
A little
Like-
bit, yeah. This and it's still dark.
Yeah, but it's blue.
Yeah,
It's blue.
I don't know. Like, to me, it's like, and we'll start developing like a taste for it as time goes on. Like, I think people who like, I don't know why. For me, people who like get album covers right, it's like I think the Beatles get album covers right. I think CCR gets album covers right.
CCR just hangs out and takes pictures
I
together.
love that though. I fucking love that. I don't know what it is. I like that.
Okay.
And it's like if it's too simple, it's like it's okay. But then like I don't know, like I don't know.
Pink Floyd nails album covers.
Pink Floyd nails album covers. They really do.
Even the bad albums.
Even the bad ones have cool art on them.
Like that live album with the dude with the like light bulbs sewn into his suit.
Yeah.
That's like what I don't really care much for, like, you know, post Roger Waters Pink Floyd, but it's a cool album cover.
Actually, I just realized Zeppelin gets album covers right. I like Zeppelin's album covers.
They are iconic for sure.
They're all cool looking.
3 is It looks
3
like
is cool.
You remember the kids' books I Spy?
Yeah.
It's just an I Spy.
I guess. But like American Graffiti, that's fucking sick.
Yeah. Houses of the Holy is It's like I don't want to see a bunch of naked ladies climbing a mountain.
Oh, fuck you.
That's just
Everyone likes that. How dare you?
And then they didn't even
Everyone
put
loves a
houses.
mountain.
They didn't even put Houses of the Holy on that album. They put it on the Physical Graffiti. Like, come on.
Did I say American Graffiti?
I think you
I did.
Yeah,
I fucked up.
The famous Americana film.
Physical Graffiti. Yeah, I said American Graffiti. That's not right. I'm the editor. I can take it out.
Yeah. Just edit that. Want to get into the personal meaning behind this album? So what did
it's
you?
hard. I don't know.
Well, what?
I don't fucking know.
You gotta have memories with.
I don't fucking know.
Cool. So first off, I have a lot here, so I could fill the gap for both of us. But do you have any like thing tied to Tiny Dancer at least?
I mean,
Any, like grade school dances or like driving home late at night from
I
something?
think of every wedding I've been to, we're all drunk and be like, and I was like, I don't know who Tony Danza is, but apparently he's a good cuddler. But like, I mean, not really. I was so here's the deal. I was never really raised on Elton John.
That's fair.
I was not raised on it. It was
You
just
don't have much memories attached.
I don't have much memories. My dad is not a big Elton John fan. My mom is not. My sister is a huge Elton John fan. And like, I don't know, Tiny Dancer's okay. The piano is iconic, you know.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, like for me, besides Lion King as a kid, it's like I never like delved
Had
deep
much.
and be like, oh, I want to know everything about this. I was
Okay.
like, but like, no, I mean, I could quickly just go through it. I think that it's very episodic. I think it's about being an outsider, and I think it's about, I think it's him like just kind of, I don't know, maybe it's the beginnings of him struggling, coming to terms of who maybe he really is.
Tiny Dancer.
Not the whole
Or
album.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can see that.
Yeah.
Quick side note: you mentioned like the piano and everything. I was just thinking we need to talk about the song order. Tiny Dancer at the start, Bold choice, great choice,
Bold choice, Cotton.
but it worked.
Honestly, yeah, because it draws you in.
Right away.
And then there's a bunch of poop afterwards.
Well, no, I like how
Razorface is the third track, and then at that point,
but you can listen to Tiny Dancer, Levon.
Levon's okay.
Levon's amazing.
It's good. It's good. It's all right. It's
I
good.
love that chorus. And the syncopated strings. But Razorface, you could just like turn it on and then like if you want to listen to it, and then Madman Across the Water, you can flip the album before that song's done, and the back half's all good. I mean, I love those two songs, Riding Peaches and All the Nasties.
Would you say that the album like song composition is like what would you grade it?
Oh, okay. I'd say B.
B?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know if there's any better way to put it.
Like,
Like,
really isn't.
the work that they have. So, yeah, I'm going to give it an A, straight up, 100%.
Either Tiny Dancer has to be the beginning or Tiny Dancer has to be like second or third to last.
Yeah, and they have a song called Goodbye, so they set that up. No, I 100%. I wouldn't rearrange it any other way.
Yeah.
Now, for my personal meaning, okay, so let's get into this in slow order of like.
As a man with glasses, what do you think?
What? Was I supposed to like see myself in this album because he has glasses and I have glasses? What? No. Okay. So the least amount of meaning. I'm gonna go from least to most. Tiny Dancer and like watching Almost Famous in high school. It was a Goodman Basement movie.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So that's just a very moment in time. I was discovering all the classic rock outside of Bruce Springsteen and the Beatles that my parents showed me, and Jethro Tull. Shout out to Jethro Tull.
Oh God.
Rock that flute. Next one is someone who's not straight. All the Nasties means a lot to me. It's a good song. And then so I don't know if I ever told you the story. When I broke up with a certain ex, I put on an album as I drove home. It was this album.
They're about to be like, it was the best of the Wiggles, and it got me through a lot of shit. And they're all, I'm about to say they're British, they're Australian. Never mind.
I cry every time the Wiggles come on. No, but I put it on because I was like, I dated this person for over 5 years, so it was gonna be a moment. It was gonna be a long ride home. Granted, she lived like an hour away, but
An emotional long ride home.
Yes, and there was a lot of traffic. I decided to break up with her in the middle of the day, so I hit 5 o'clock traffic. That was a smart choice. And I was like, Tiny Dancer is going to be a good song to listen to. You're just driving home, you're thinking about life. The rest of the album kind of hit, and I was like, I guess. I don't know. Razorface doesn't talk to me much about leaving this person at all. There's no connection there.
Yeah.
But
fuck Razorface.
But like the back half of the album, like those gospel things, and like Riding Peaches is catchy, but still has like that emotional side to it. The ending of All the Nasties is perfect. It is a perfect ending to a song. I love that.
You love that.
And I don't know that. Anytime I put on this album, I'll think about driving home that day.
Cool.
It was just a moment in time for me. It just, even if it is not exactly about a breakup at all, I don't think there's any references to breakups in this. It's just. That's what it is to me, and it'll always be that to me,
There you go. You forge your own path, even though there's not one already there made for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, see campers, we can get deep.
Yeah, no, that's why I picked this one. I thought it'd be fun.
Someone's like, what's that smell? It's like, it's definitely not this joint. Anyway.
Welcome to the first smelly podcast. You can smell the food we eat.
With smell sound.
Oh, God. I like that.
Smell through your ears.
That sounds
hear
like
through your nose.
Like World of Tomorrow, like 1950s World's
with
Fair.
your eyes.
You're just talking about taking shrooms at this point.
I can see Borple.
Ah, that's a good color.
Yeah.
That's a good color.
Borple?
Borple. Yeah, I like Borple.
Who's Borple?
I hardly know him.
I hardly know him. He just comes around. He's Borgus' father.
You got anything else to add?
No. That was really cool that you kind of had all those like cool feelings towards the album. Because I don't, and so it's kind of nice that someone did. This would be kind of fucking boring.
I mean that's what I thought. This would make a good episode. You're gonna come in with the negative. It's fun to take shots at stuff when you don't like it.
Yeah.
Shout out to the newest merit. I'm gonna put the next merit badge out when it's about a day to remember, and it's trash. And then there's my personal connection, and we don't have to have every episode talk about like deep stuff, but I thought it'd be nice to do that.
Yeah, it is nice.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Did you edit out the part where I broke down crying, or?
I'm gonna add it in right. And that was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. That's really cool, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you for opening up.
Absolutely. My name is Brian, and I'm an Elton John listener. You know, I shouldn't make an addict's joke because he was an addict, but
What?
he was an addict.
Well, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know what you're doing.
It felt distasteful to make an addict's joke.
Yeah, sure.
Just being respectful to the guy.
We've been like giving him homage this whole time.
Well, yeah, but you know, I want to keep that up. Be respectful. He's a knight. He is a sir.
He is a knight.
All right.
You know what they call a day without sun? Night.
We still have so much to talk about. I wish we could end the podcast there. Let's get into final ratings.
Okay. Go first. I want you to.
All right. I recommend this album for anybody who's a classic rock fan, of course. If you know, just dive into it, have some fun. But like if you're only into like modern shit, the bands I could think of that you would like that would enjoy, you at least enjoy some tracks off this would be like The Killers, Lady Gaga, AJR, or like George Ezra. If you like their stuff, you'll find at least a song or two you like outside of Tiny Dancer. Levon and Ronnie Peaches I'll highlight, and all the Nasties. But I feel like give it a shot. At least some of those songs. It's easy to look at this album and just be like, it's all right. But like it was his fourth album, so like he didn't have 50 years of music, you know. And like
in 4 days, by the way.
In 4 days, and he's coming off of Tumbleweed Connection. I don't know if you heard anything off there. Country Comfort, Amarina, Burn on the Mission's a real good one. But overall, like I feel like this is a huge step up, and it like allowed him to slowly find that like show sound that led to his like influences in pop and everything.
Yeah.
Like there would be no Yellow Brick Road without this step towards that.
True.
And this is a perfect mix. It sounds so classic rocky, but just a touch of like that Elton John flair that makes me love the album.
Yeah.
And it's honestly like one of my top 3 for his albums.
Right on.
Real good. So I'm going to give this. I thought I was going to come up with a better one than this, but this is all I got. 3 out of 3 because this is our 3rd episode, and I'm all out of creativity.
Wow, that is really lazy.
That's what my notes say.
Wow. Okay. Well, I also agree with Brian as far as like if you like this, then you should listen to this. I'm also gonna kind of recommend it. I sense a little David Bowie in here.
Okay.
I sense a little bit of like, I don't know, just like music of that genre. He's kind of like nailing it with his own flair. Mm-hmm. If you like musicals, you're definitely gonna like this. If you like operatic, very like strings and chorus heavy music, I think you're gonna like this. But as someone who likes Americana gospel, I'm not a big fan of this. I don't know why. I'm even sensing some like maybe a little bit of like 90s R&B at times, like especially with his later stuff. Also, if you like The Lion King, you're probably gonna like this.
That's fair.
But yeah, I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 55 dogs that were launched into space and they forgot to put the helmets on tight enough.
Oh.
And but they're okay because they never left, and they had to send a rocket man to go retrieve the dogs.
Oh my god!
Who came back home safely and no one got hurt.
How fast did he travel? Like you would die in seconds without a helmet, right?
He's in the ship.
Oh, he's in the ship.
So
he just tightened all the dogs' helmets.
Yeah, like one last little like glass screech. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And it's like, then you're.
That's what the song Rocket Man's about.
Yeah. Can you imagine like a space dog barking at you, but you can't hear it because the helmet's on? And like, would that be cute or would that be terrifying?
That'd be cute.
Space dog.
Coming this summer.
We
got one more thing to get to before the wrap up.
Sure.
Covers. Who should cover him? Who should he cover? And you can do early Elton John. I know now his voice is pretty gone.
Okay.
You want some time to prepare? Because I have a lot of ideas.
Go for it.
Okay. So I want to highlight covers he did, like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds and Pinball Wizard and everything. He also did Young, Dumb, and Broke with Khaled, if you know Khaled.
Okay.
So that song's really good. He should do. There's a Chance the Rapper song I think he could do with him. 65th and Ingleside I think would be a good one. And do you know Hoyser's Work song?
Yes.
I think he could do a phenomenal Work song.
Hozier actually would be
Right?
Honestly, like interchangeable.
Yeah.
They would actually complement each other very well.
It's that touch of just like artistry. Like it's very artsy, but like they're very talented. Like he's just him on the guitar, you know? Mm-hmm. I think he's Irish.
I have no idea.
As far as covers of him, I got to shout out an album called it was called Revamp. You and Tiny Dancer was covered by Florence and the Machine.
That would actually be sick.
We'll listen to that after this.
Sure.
Killers did Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters.
I was going to say the Killers.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Frank Turner did Rotting Peaches for that album.
That's pretty cool.
I lied. I thought you would ask really, but that didn't happen.
Oh, well,
I just really want it.
I was like, that's oddly specific towards you.
Yeah. Things that I also want. AJR should do Philadelphia Freedom.
All right. I'm putting a line in the sand. You are only allowed 2 to 3 AJR references
Their
per
new
episode.
album just came out, and
You are so like drinking the Kool-Aid on this album.
I love it.
I can tell.
I own
because you
their
keep
other-
bringing it up.
I own 2 of their albums on vinyl, so we're gonna do them at one point.
Oh my god.
You know John Batiste, the guy who plays piano?
Yes.
I think he should do "Take Me to the Pilot."
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be great.
I think 21 Pilots should do "Take Me to the Pilot."
Okay, this one
Am
you
I
like.
funny?
Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting by either Andrew WK or JD McPherson.
That'd be
Good
kind of
old
cool.
rock and roll.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
There's just no one's gonna understand this, but "Part-Time Love" is a good song, and "Jukebox the Ghost" should cover it. Both of those are probably not known by most of our listeners, but look up both of them: the song "Part-Time Love" and the band "Jukebox the Ghost." It'd be really cool.
Okay.
Last one, you know the song "Burn Down the Mission"?
Uh-huh.
Nathaniel Rateliff.
Really?
You don't think he could do it?
I think you could do it.
I think it'd be
It's hard for me
perfect.
to imagine that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just very two different styles.
I thought that was like perfect style, man.
That's fine. That's your opinion, man.
All right.
But you pretty much know. I was gonna say like Lady Gaga can definitely pull off a lot of this stuff.
She did something on that Revamp album.
I would also say like the band Block Party kind of comes to mind for some
Block
stuff.
Party, really?
They could fucking make it fun.
Could they do like Crocodile Rock or something?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that'd be kind of cool. But other than that, you pretty much nailed it all. You
Lady
got
Gaga
this.
did Your Song on that album.
Nice. All right, dude.
Yeah,
Well, right on.
absolutely. So, we done?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Cool, bye. No.
Just end it.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram. I post fun quizzes and this or that stuff and new music Fridays, and I got song suggestions and everything. Subscribe to us on YouTube so you know when we post stuff. The Merit Badge episodes, the reviews of new albums that I do that comes out randomly, so you'll
And
know.
new music Fridays. Fridays.
So yeah, all that goes there. If you're looking to purchase the record, the link is in the description, as well as it's in every local record shop probably. Just go there and ask for it. They've got it. Some scratched up version from some guy who got divorced and had to get rid of his collection.
She said I can't have it anymore, and it's this or the car. It's like, okay.
But in more positive things, April 13th, we're going to be coming out with our 4th episode. And Jim, what album are we going to talk about?
It is greater than dash hashtag uppercase L pi symbol.
Got it.
No,
Yeah.
so it's an album by Caravan Palace. It's gonna be a little different. I thought we could mix it up because we did kind of like 2 rock-ish episodes, kind of like in a row. Lord Huron's not like rock.
With the rock, yeah.
Yeah,
there's like guitars
and
drums.
once again, Elton John's also not like your stereotypical like rock, but like we're gonna mix it up. We're doing electric swing from a band that I used to really, really like, but now I have differing opinions now.
Ooh.
So because we'll talk about what I liked about it, why I like them, and why maybe my opinions have changed. But honestly, it's a cool album.
Yeah, the Caravan Palace 3rd album. It's the one with the face that looks like a neon sign, right?
Yeah.
He's got little. It looks almost like.
It's like a robot.
I thought of Kirby made with emojis.
No, it's a robot.
It's a robot.
It's
Okay.
an homage to Rocket for Me from their second album.
yeah.
Because that was the music video that kind of put them on. Very cool music video.
Oh, absolutely. For those of you who don't know what electro swing is, go listen to the album.
Go listen to
This
Caravan
is not,
Palace.
Not a popular genre. Should be.
Yeah, honestly,
say it.
it's fun. It's cool. Recommend. But yeah, we'll talk about it on April 13th.
Yeah. I almost ended this like a pause button episode on accident.
Oh my God.
The button just kicked in.
Let it go. I'm your new wife now.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
I'm going to end this by saying, remember to tie your tarps down real tight before you go on the interstate. That's my advice.
Okay.
I'm going to end every episode with fun advice.
Don't forget to put peanut butter in your shoes so then the bears won't attack you. They'll just take all your sneakers.
Is that real?
That's where I'm ending it. Is that real? End of episode.
There we go. Well, you didn't hit end.
Shit.
We have to do... quick, let's listen to the album. We have to do the next one.